what's going on, everybody? We're back. So today we got Jafet, man. He is so he's one of the people that joined my elite phone flipping university program. So Jafet, man, thanks for jumping on the call, man.
Yeah, no problem, Hanny.
Appreciate it. So tell me, man, you're 16 years old, man, and you decided to get into the phone flipping business, and you came to me, you're like, yo, I want some help. So how long have you been flipping phones, Jafet?
It's been like a couple of months now since I've done the program with you. And I would say before I met you when I was doing it, I was kind of like, lost, didn't really know where exactly, like what to do, like if I was stuck, or maybe like what to do with my numbers and everything. I was like lost.
Nice, man. Yeah. So before you joined the program, like how did you come across the program? Or what was your first initial step when you got into it, and what was your biggest takeaway when we first started working together?
Um, so I met you I saw like your YouTube videos, started watching them, saw you had like a little group, and I had like 700. I lost like a lot of money, and I was like, okay, let me join the group. It was like $40 or so Canadian. I can't remember exactly, every month. So I joined. You text me, tell me you have this one-on-one help thing, like weekly calls and whatever. We end up like talking about it, and you tell me, and I felt like it was a bit of a risk I was taking, even like losing more than what I already lost paying for your monthly call thing for help. But I paid it, and I can say for sure that I made the money back, so I'm not complaining.
I like it, man. One thing I like about you, man, you're 16 and you're willing to take a risk. Like most people are not willing to invest into themselves, especially being at that, that early age, being willing to invest, right? And not being able to be afraid of, what the ROI is going to be. And I tell people all the time, like, you have to be willing to invest. If you don't invest, like, you're not going to get a return, right? You're always going to wonder if you can watch YouTube videos, but being able to get that one-on-one help is going to be crucial. So you're able to essentially join the program, and now within like a couple of weeks or so, you've been able to closely do almost probably say $4,000 or so. So tell me, like, what has the journey been like before you started working with me? Because I think in the beginning you had challenges with like getting leads. You didn't know where your inventory management were. Just tell me a little bit
Yeah,
about that.
like, big problem I had was just like, because my money was going into advertisements and all that, looking for phones to buy. None of the leads I was getting were quality leads, only very few. So it was either like hit or miss, but I was like missing most of the time. And just, I was like pretty inconsistent with like the way I was getting phones, and I'd either be like back to the amount of money I had, because of subtracting like the amount I spent on ads and then the money I got back, or I would like lose money. I was using like Swoop sometimes, or just the way I was getting phones was pretty inconsistent, especially with my advertising strategy.
Yeah, yeah. So you had a big problem with generating leads. So how did the program help you essentially generate more leads? What are some things that you're able to implement to get over that hump?
Something that's helped me much more with getting leads is use it instead of paying for them, just having some free ads on Facebook, small stuff like that. Outreach, even though like you send messages and messages and messages, usually there's always like someone that's gonna have a deal, and it doesn't cost anything to like take time out of your day to message people. And I also had Swoopa, but what was helping me was the ads every here and there, the free ones that I was using, or Swoopa every here and there too. It was mostly those two. Outreach was like the I was getting phones from it, but it was like the at the bottom of the list from like phones. How much phones I was getting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you essentially you were struggling with getting lead generation, and then what we did was we implemented just the law of 100. I told you to contact as many people as possible, and then we started implementing a lot of the Instagram posting and really using Google to generate leads as well too. Started working a little bit on SEO. So tell me, how has that transition been like? I think I was telling you the marketing aspect as well too.
Oh yeah, I do have a Instagram now for phones. I have a small SEO on Google. People review me. Haven't got any like calls or anything yet, but hopefully something's gonna come. For Instagram though, I would say it's pretty nice. I'm getting messages here and there for phones, and I would say that if I was like much more like if I took more time to like make the channel better, my Instagram page, I feel like I could be generating more messages. But for now, I would say it's good progress, I guess. So
Yeah, yeah, as long as, because I told you in the beginning, you have to be willing to put yourself out there, right? There's people in your market, right? You're in Canada, so you're in a different market. I'm in a different market. So putting yourself out there, telling people exactly what you do, what is your service, is gonna go really long. It doesn't even matter. You could do like one, two videos. You know, it gets the conversation going because like marketing nowadays, it's cheap to produce content, right? It's free. Like literally, all you gotta do is just pull your camera out, tell people, you know, you just bought this phone off this person, or you just, you know, you're going to go pick up a phone from someone, and you know, you get 500 views. You know, one of those people are going to be able to contact you in your area, so that's good. So Jafet, tell me, what has been like the biggest, probably you say, challenge in your phone flipping business so far, and like the processes, the things that we've been able to sort of implement in the program. What are some things that you saw that were able to make it a bit more easier for
one thing, to be honest, for me, it was mostly just getting the phones. But when I did get the phones, I did also have a bit of trouble selling them, but it was like a quick solution. Just had to like be smarter at my prices so that like I would actually have people who would like buy them like the next day or same day, stuff like that. Didn't have to do much work on like selling the phones. It's just that it's really struggling on getting them, but I'm doing better now. Hopefully I can do even better than I am already on sourcing the phones, because still have some cash laying around waiting for something to buy.
Yeah, 100%. And also too, I told you, you had a lot of inventory in phones, but you were focusing on making profit. And I told you, you got to focus on flipping your money, right? So essentially, like every time you buy a phone, don't focus so much on how much you're making, but instead on the velocity of money, right? Like how can we take $200 and be able to flip it instead of worrying about how much is our profit, right? It's something you're also were really challenging with, where you're holding on to a lot of your inventory because you also are doing repairs too, right?
Yeah. One thing that sometimes I struggle with is like I'll buy like a broken phone or something, and I would end up like ordering like a part, and it would have to like sometimes it would take a bit, and it would just kill the momentum, if you know what I mean. For example, like I got this 14 plus actually right now. This one has like cracked lenses, you can see. Usually what I would have done was I would have like ordered it and it would take days to come, but I actually ended up just getting like getting some extra pieces already. Just either I would like order them early, like before actually getting the phone, like just to have some lying around, or another thing I would do is just like be in contact with nearby shops and stuff to like get their pieces and whatnot. A little bit quicker than ordering all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So instead of like waiting for mobile centrics or different platforms, you just wanted to get the product in and sell it as is and kind of move on and keep flipping your phones. See, that's good, man. So the program ultimately was because, like I said, you were young, right? You were trying to figure out the business and how do you kind of do it. And for anybody that's watching right now, just fit, what would you tell them about the program and what you've been able to learn? And would you recommend this to anybody else?
I would say that the if you have the will to like really do this, really use phones, the program is not too bad to do because Hanny can help you get started. Just even like no matter what you are, he most definitely can help you because I did not have much at the beginning either. I was losing, but he still helped me. He built me from what I had. And if you're like, even if you're like not old, like you're really young or something, just I say do it right now because you still, apart from school and stuff, there's still time. And instead of like scrolling and whatever, you can just, why not use that time to like do phones and stuff? Something cool.
100%, man. When it comes to like selling phones and what are you looking to do with the business moving forward? Like, what's your long term goals? Are you looking to keep flipping? Are you looking to own a shop one day? Like,
Um, I'm not thinking about opening an entire shop, but I'm definitely gonna keep doing phones though, cause right now I just want it as a side hustle, cause I'm still in school and everything, and hopefully, you never know, maybe some bigger plans show up. Like, just because I'm not doing phones doesn't mean that like I'm like in the wrong boat. Like it's all business. You told me, like just different stuff is just hopping on a different boat. So yeah.
100%, man. You got to keep hustling, man. And I think buying and selling is essential. Like, once you learn how to do phones, you do, it's up to you to make that decision, right? So you took the leap of faith and you just was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I can invest this money and, I can lose it or I could just bet on myself and see the return, right? And I've been able to go back and forth with you via WhatsApp. We jump on calls and we've been doing our weekly calls and just kind of helping you one on one. And that's what I like to see. Whenever someone is willing to invest into themselves, I tend to want to help them more, right? Because I'm like, okay, he's actually an action taker. He wants something different for himself, right? So, Defit, I appreciate it, man, and keep flipping, bro.
Thanks, Annie.
Where can people find you, Defit? Your Instagram and
Oh, yeah, I'm on Instagram, Jaw Flips with an underscore. Let me just pull it up.
for sure, man. So you can find him at